I'm joined here alongside Willis Patrick. He's getting ready for the East-West Shrine Bowl. So I gotta ask you, how has this whole training process been for you, especially being alongside Coker?
It's been great. Coker's my guy, one of my best friends. So just having him here, roommates, it's just a steady process for me. Having him know he got my back and then knowing that we're sitting up next to each other has been great.
And how do you think being at Angelo State, Jackson State, and then
Mhm.
TCU has prepared you to take this next step in your football career?
Perseverance. I mean, it's just able to showcase that I've been at 3 schools in 3 years and I've gotten better at every school I went to. And I've gotten better. The competition has increased. And so for me, it's just showcasing that I can go into any system and adapt and change and be whatever the team needs me to be.
What made you want to spend your sixth season here?
TCU was my dream school. I mean, out of high school, I wanted to come here. It didn't work out. But I feel like life came full circle and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to come when I had the opportunity.
And so coming into this season of training, is there
Yeah.
something that you wanted to enhance or improve that you didn't feel that you did so well during the season?
I mean, I feel like I can work on everything. I feel like that's like my selling point on myself is that to teams, like, there's so much more for me to get better at. Like, I put good stuff on tape, but there's so much more I can get better at. Hand leverage, just overall, just using my hands in the run game, things like that I'm learning and I'm going to showcase this week.
Do you think having three different head coaches has broadened your perspective on not only the game but your position?
I was trying to count. That's good. It was 3 different ones. But yeah, like you just learn through different coaching styles. Like I said, like learning how to adapt and change. And I can go in any room and talk to anybody. That's just who I am. I feel comfortable in myself because I am myself at all times. So having 3 different coaches and just learning from them, I mean, that's life. Like you have more than 3 different bosses in your life. You have more than 3 different coworkers. So just like learning how to adapt early is something I've always done. And just knowing how to be one with things around me just really propelled me into the person I am.
Can you describe the feeling just right now, getting ready for this next step and talking with a bunch of teams, agents, things like that?
Uh, it's surreal for me because 2 years ago I was playing Division II football.
Hmm.
So for me, it was like I prayed to be in this situation I'm in today. Every scout that I talked to, I told them that like they were asking me like, what's the best thing and most important thing, and I'm like, y'all know my name, like y'all know who I am. So that's the biggest thing for me is just coming into a room to where I prayed to be in this position of scouts know who I am, coaches know who I am, teams know who, you never take that for granted in my eyes. Like I
Hmm.
prayed to be in this position, prayed to be in this opportunity, and I'm here now. I just stay grounded and keep that perspective.
I want to go back and ask you, what was it like being coached by Deion Sanders, and have you heard from him since declaring for the draft?
No, yes, I talk to Coach Prime a lot. He'll DM me, he'll comment on my post, and we'll text a little bit. Just he'll tell me he's proud of me. He'll tell me keep going, and I'll tell him the same thing. Like I'm proud of him and everything that he's got going on and accomplishing. Like he's he's a guy that's gonna get done when he needs to get done, no matter where he's at, and he stays true to himself and he doesn't change, and that's something that I pride myself on, and I'll always appreciate him for the opportunity he gave me.
I know you touched on this a little bit before the season, talking really highly about Steve Avila,
Mm,
him being one of your best friends.
yeah.
What have those conversations been like since you've been in this whole training process and getting ready for the draft?
He literally texted me last night. I went to sleep early,
Yeah.
like 11, 10 o'clock last night, and I woke up. And I didn't even see the message until like breakfast, really. He texted me. He was like, man, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it this week. I'm proud of you. You're going to shock the world. You're going to show everybody what we already know about you, blah, blah, blah. And there's just little stuff like that, like just daily reminders and affirmations. Because, I mean, coming from where me and Steve came from, like,
Hmm.
we were good players, we were good athletes, but what are the odds? Like, you hear the odds all the time, like, what's the percentage of somebody making it to the NFL? And he's obviously already there right now. And, I'm knocking on the door right there. And, what a blessing that would be to beat the odds and be the guys who made it because it was never promised and it was never given. We both had to work our way here. And I'm proud of him for everything he's done. And I know the feeling's mutual.
You're really well known for the way you perform in run game
Mm.
situations. So how would you describe yourself?
I feel like people view me as a mauler, like physical guy,
Hmm.
but that's not the only thing to my game. At one point in time, I was second in the country as far as most snaps without giving up a sack,
Hmm.
and one of the highest graded pass rushers in the country. And I pride myself on that as well. Finished the season with a lot of snaps. I think over 550 or 600 passing snaps and 0 sacks. So I pride myself on that, and that's kind of like what I hang my hat on as well, just being a complete player.
And so when this team picks Willis Patrick, what kind of person are they getting on and off the field?
Being a great person, like I feel like I can walk in any room and like fit in, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being myself. And I feel like something I've always lived by since I was little is be yourself and let everything else follow. And that's the motto I live for. And then the good guy's gonna come in and work his ass off every day, bust his behind, and that's who I am. Like I won't be outworked, and I'm just gonna come in and work and keep that perspective of, this wasn't promised, and I have to work to get here, and I got to work to stay here, but I belong here.